There is no such thing as a right or wrong choice between option A and option B. The school you are currently attending, the job you are currently working in, the friends you currently have, the city you are currently living in, even the clothes you choose to wear on a date. These are all your best possible choices. Whether you stay in your country or go to study overseas, no one can truly know which option is better. Based on your circumstances, the information you have, your financial situation, your passport, and many other factors, you make the decision that you believe is the best choice at that moment. Even when you make the best possible choice, it doesn't mean there will be no worries. Even when you make the best possible choice, it doesn't mean you will always be happy, because life doesn't go the way we want it to. In hindsight, we will always say, I could have, I should have, I would have, but past decisions cannot be changed now. So between option A and option B, in the present moment, just make the best choice you can. Fortune is not something you can control. But when you know the direction you want to go in, luck tends to follow. Luck may come right now, it may pass you by, or it may be building up quietly, ready to explode at any moment. The important thing is to stay focused on your direction, so that you can recognize and grab opportunities when they come, because no one knows when luck will strike. Thinking about whether to move overseas or not, in the context of an entire lifetime, 1 year overseas and 10 years overseas aren't all that different. You need to have a sense of ownership over your life. To be the owner of your life means that whatever you do, you don't need to explain yourself. No matter whether you choose option A or option B, don't spend your time trying to convince others or justify your decision. You made the best decision for yourself, so there is no need to defend it to anyone else. Don't worry about what other people think. They care far less about you than you imagine. They are too busy choosing their own options in life. They are busy thinking about themselves, in the same way that you are thinking about yourself. If you want to realistically live a more self-directed life, there is one important condition. You need to become financially independent from your parents. Only then do you truly take responsibility for the outcomes of option A or option B yourself. Is there anyone who will live your life for you like the main character in a drama? No, it is you. You need to develop an attitude of self-respect, respect for your own opinions, and the ability to look inward at your own emotions. If you think you could be doing better in life, you might be right. If you think there is more that you are here to accomplish, you might be right. If you think you are not being your authentic self, you might be right. The greatest act of self-love is no longer accepting a life that you are unhappy with. It does not matter what your life looks like on the outside. What matters is how you feel about it on the inside. You need to become clear about what you like, what makes you happy, what you dislike, what feels uncomfortable, what feels difficult, what feels overwhelming, and what makes you anxious. You must develop clarity about what is right and wrong for you. When faced with option A, you may choose to make peace with your situation. Or with option B, you may choose to commit to change. But either way, the decision must come from honesty with yourself, not from fear, not from pressure, and not from the expectations of others. There are many times when things don't go the way we want them to. More often than not, relationships don't turn out the way we expect. If you find yourself repeatedly attracting people who seem unable to commit, it may be worth reflecting on why you choose to invest your time and energy in those individuals. When you truly realize that you are worthy of commitment, you'll naturally begin choosing partners who are capable of offering it. So let's remember this, even when you make the best possible choices, life still won't unfold exactly as you planned, and the same. applies to relationship. As time passes, your values evolve, and so do the values of others. Wanting to feel valued and appreciated is completely valid. Rather than dwelling on those who chose to leave, make peace with their decision and take pride in the people who choose to stay. When you feel frustrated and you don't even know why, when things feel stuck and unclear, when life is not unfolding the way you imagined, there is something important to remember. If you want your life to move in the direction you imagine, you first have to truly believe that it can. The life you want is usually built through hundreds of small actions that, years later, make you appear lucky. This is not just something I am saying. It is something that researchers who study luck, Stanford professors, neuroscientists, and psychologists have also explained. They suggest that what we often call luck is actually the result of consistent small actions, repeated decisions, and gradual movement in a certain direction over time. Reflecting on the past 10 years of moving overseas, building my career, finding love, and creating a home, I didn't achieve any of it by simply sitting around and visualizing it. I bought a one-way ticket to the Gold Coast. I went back to study nursing, navigated visa uncertainty, worked through COVID, kept applying, kept moving forward, and kept showing up. Over time, I built a life that my 24-year-old self would have considered lucky. From the outside, it may look like luck. From the inside, it looks like a decade of choices of taking risks, embracing uncertainty, and continuing to move forward even when the outcome wasn't guaranteed. So if there's one thing to take away from all of this, it's this: get clear on what you actually want. Not what sounds good to others, not what is expected of you, but what genuinely feels right for you. Put yourself in environments where opportunities exist. Change your environment and you change what becomes possible. Meet people. Talk to people. Learn from people who are doing what you want to do or living in ways you admire. Experiment, try things even when you're not fully sure. You don't find direction by thinking alone, you find it by doing. Take risks, not reckless risks, but honest ones. The kind that stretch your comfort zone and open new paths. Keep showing up, even when things are uncertain or slow. Consistency is what turns uncertainty into progress. And most importantly, learn to notice opportunities that others miss. Because opportunity is rarely loud, it often looks like small, ordinary moments that most people overlook. In the end, what we call luck is often just the result of being aware, being ready, and being in motion long enough for things to connect. So don't wait for life to happen to you. Life flows in the direction you set your mind on.